Society lied to us and told us that we need to act like a man, think like a man, and date like a man. And then what happened was it started to drive us more in our masculine energy. And the more it drove us into our masculine energy, the more it caused a decrease in our estrogen. Do you ever notice how sometimes you start to feel tired? You feel tired a lot. How many of you type A's, you often feel drained? You often attract the narcissist and the man babies too. The men who want a mother. The men who want you to do everything. The men who you feel dissatisfied with, who can't meet your need. Or the men who it starts off great, but he never takes it to the end zone where he wants to marry you or commit to you. When you are highly in your masculine energy, as it drops your estrogen, what happens is it causes an increase in cortisol. Ma'am, this is science. This is not hyperbole, okay? This is not hocus pocus. I didn't pull this out my butt. This is literally science. As you're operating in that masculine go, do, give, drive energy, make it happen, fight for the bag, all that energy, it drops your estrogen, it raises your cortisol, which is your stress hormone. This causes an increase in hypertension. That's high blood pressure. It causes an increased risk in heart attacks. You notice that more women are having heart attacks than ever before in history. The increase in heart attacks are high. Increase in hypertriglyceridemia is high. That's the prerequisite to diabetes. It increases the risk of diabetes. It increases the risk of weight gain. It increases the risk of vaginal dryness. Y'all over here sticking with Build-A-Bears, risking your vajayjay being dried out. So if you want to find out why do you keep attracting all these feminized boys, this is why. Masculine energy. This is a magnet. If you are high in your masculine energy and you want a man who's in his masculine energy, ma'am, it's not going to happen, ma'am. Look at this. Look at this. Do you know what's happening here? What's happening? They're repelling. Masculine energy can only attract the feminine. That's it. You got to have the feminine. There's no polarity when it's masculine. None at all. You got to have the feminine. If you are a woman who wants a man to pour into you, do for you, give to you, you must be clear that you want a man who's in his healthy masculine energy. And the problem is that the definition of what's masculine and feminine is completely screwed up. You got so many people teaching that masculine energy is this man that's strong and burly and he beating on his chest and he got muscles and chiseled chin and he's doing all this. He's a alpha, alpha man. Got all these alphas, okay? Didn't Kevin Samuels, may he rest in peace, but didn't he say he was an alpha? Kevin Samuels said he was an alpha. I'm not here, I've let the dead bury the dead, but I'm just saying, he didn't die in alpha, okay? He didn't die in alpha. A lot of these men talking about their alpha, they're not. They're catnip, all right? If you're an alpha female, you're not saying anything except you're a female highly in your masculine energy that doesn't know how to receive real masculine energy. You tend to attract feminized boys. You don't know how to attract all the things that you want in life and that you're doing way too much. That's all it's saying. It's so interesting to me how many women walk around like, I'm an alpha female. I'm an alpha female. Oh, really? Oh, really? Ma'am, you might as well just slap some hair on your chest and call yourself a man. Okay? It's the difference between being the kind of woman who's a queen. You notice a queen never has to say she's an alpha? You know, it's funny. Somebody just told me, I interviewed one of my students yesterday, and she said something that, like, I was so proud of her. And she said that she quoted Michelle Obama, and they were asking her, like, did you know that Barack Obama was going to become president? Like, did you know that if you would have married him knowing that he was going to become president, would you have married him again? And she said, I knew that any man I married would have became president. Michelle Obama said, I knew, some of y'all missed it, I knew any man I married would have became president. A queen does not have to declare that she's an alpha. And a queen isn't sitting there running, doing everything either. A queen sits on her throne. People come to the queen. People give the queen. People serve the queen. People honor the queen. The queen wants for nothing. People gladly jump through hoops. I'm a queen. Don't call me an alpha. Okay? My wrists are broke. Okay? 1 wrist, 2 wrists. I'm not taking out anybody's trash. I'm not fixing the underbellies of a toilet. I'm not doing none of that, ma'am. It's a no, ma'am. It's a no. I'm not doing it. Broke wrist. Not doing it. I'm not opening my door. I'm not paying for stuff when we go out. No, ma'am. Now, if you want to be an alpha, enjoy that. Okay? But what I want to encourage you to do is to be a queen so that you can attract a king. So that you can attract what you want. You can attract more money. You can attract more abundance. You can attract more health. You can attract more opportunities with work. You can attract the right friends. You can attract your peace. We've been sold a bag of bulldoo. So when you are in the courting phase, there's certain things that he's going to do to show you if he's in his masculine or if he's in his feminine, if he's into you or if he's not into you. Now, when he starts to fall for you, there's certain things that's going to happen. His testosterone is going to drop, and so does his serotonin. Who knows what serotonin does? Who knows what serotonin does? Especially when it drops. Serotonin is the happy mood. Now, this is where the rumor that you need to stress a man out comes from. Okay? This is so crazy. Because you got women tickety-tockety making up theories. Okay? That are completely wrong. Like, oh, if you stress a man out, he's going to fall for you. Nah, that's not how it works, ma'am. When he starts to fall for you, it drops his serotonin. It drops his testosterone. So it drops his feel-good hormone. He starts to obsess about how to please you. And dopamine, when he can please you, when he pleases you, he releases dopamine. So he literally starts to get addicted to being able to please you. However, according to Dr. John Gray, okay, and I'm not talking about the cheating pastor, I'm talking about the author, Dr. John Gray, the author of Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus. According to him, when a man falls for you, his testosterone drops and his serotonin drops, and he needs to have it rebound. And different men respond in different ways, okay, to the drop in serotonin and the drop in testosterone. He's feeling bad. He's feeling stressed out. And that feeling bad, feeling stressed out, that significant drop in testosterone makes him pull back. I'm just saying, am I lying? Okay. Now y'all can forgive him. Y'all and Jesus can forgive him, but I'm done. That's all I'm saying. I'm done. So he goes through the next phase, which is now the pull away phase. How many women have been with a man who was all gung-ho? And y'all get addicted to the first 2 phases. You get addicted to the attraction and the courting phase. And once he gives you his love and pulls it back, then now you start to fiend to be the center of his attention again. And for a man who's toxic, a toxic man will purposely play that in and out, hot and cold game so he can have you on his leash. Because literally, when you fall for a man, did y'all know that your brain produces a chemical when he pulls it away called corticotropin? And it's like a withdrawal. You will go through a withdrawal where it literally hurts. It hurts you mentally. It will physically hurt when you go through a breakup. It's called corticotropin. So men will play that game where they will do the pull and push game, because the more they do it, the more hungry you are to get that love back. Rejection breeds obsession, according to my Uncle Tony Robbins. Okay? Rejection breeds obsession. So he goes through the pull away phase. You start to release this chemical, and then you are automatically driven into chase mode. Now you chasing him. Now you trying to drop it low and spread it wide and show him why you the best option ever. Now you calling and texting and looking extra thirsty. You looking at yourself look thirsty. You're like, well, girl, what is you doing? Stop it. You can't even stop yourself. Sending long ass texts, books. You doing a whole Harry Potter dissertation. I thought you were different. I thought what we had was special. Now the other day when blah, 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 block pages, okay? You could have wrote your doctorate thesis in the text or email, okay? When you have to copy and paste from your Word app or whatever the app is on Apple, when you got to copy it, cut it, and paste it into a text, ma'am, you need to stop, drop, and roll, ma'am. Okay? Clock out.